Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast! An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
She's putting the labor in Labor Day, y'all. I've had to start and stop this recording 3 times because my housekeeper Rosa is on a very active conference call with her Bible study group and discussing something very passionately. Can't relate. And I just popped out. I said, "Hey, sorry, I'm recording right now. So if we could just, quiet on set." She says, "I'm almost done." I said, "Okay. I'll wait. Why don't you just let me know when you're done and then I'll resume." So here we are. She believed she could and she did. I'm feeling, first of all, before I start talking shit, it is the summer that I turned petty. I would like to acknowledge the fact that my hair is and has been so bad for about 6 weeks now. The roots are just so inexcusable at this point. I am looking fresh out of Pacoima. No offense to Pacoima, but the roots are rooting and I should not be allowed or entitled to talk as much shit as I do with my hair color. It's bad. BAD, as Ramona Singer once said. I just finished Late to the Party, The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is the dumbest show of all time, but I'm locked and loaded. I can't remember where I saw this. I think it might have been the Toast Girls that called Jeremiah a curly-headed little fuck, and I would like to co-sign on him being a curly-headed little fuck. I have not fucked with Jeremiah since season 1. I don't the storyline, maybe it's a little too woke for me. He's this free-spirited bisexual jock and Belly. Let's talk about Belly. This is a spoiler alert. If you haven't finished The Summer I Turned Petty, aka Pretty, just skip forward for a second. So I've missed a couple of these seasons. I've kind of dipped in. I've kind of dipped out. I watched season 1. I half watched season 2 and 3. And then I was fully locked and loaded for season 4. And somehow, I have very selective digital consumerism. I am able to block out spoilers. And it's hardly a spoiler, this show. You kind of see where the whole thing is fucking going. But basically, if you haven't seen it, okay, it's Tale as Old as Time. It's this young girl, Bella, aka Belly. The belly of it all just puts me into anaphylaxis. It's so fucking embarrassing. So she was a dorky young girl, family friends with these 2 brothers. Mom has cancer. She dies. Spoiler alert. And she's in this love triangle after she loses her braces and her glasses and then she gets hot. And then there's this sexual tension between her and these 2 brothers. She was in love with the older brother for all of her life. He finally notices her when she blossoms into puberty, but alas, he breaks her heart. So then she kind of fucks with the other brother, and then the bisexual brother with the bleached tips. Never trust a man with bleached tips. By the way, we knew everything about Jeremiah, that he was a spineless little baby back bitch ass. The second that we saw those curly tendrils with the bleached tips, Belly, I hate him. Hate him. Okay. But you know who the real problem is in this situation, in this narrative? It's bitch ass Belly. Okay. She is a spineless, dumb bitch. Okay. And I mean this lovingly. Her in that ponytail bopping around cousins in a sensible American Eagle, short. You know what triggers me about Belly? The fact that she's running game on both of these brothers. She is dissecting a family in grief. Okay, 2 brothers that should be leaning on each other with a dead mom instead are sneaking ass grabs in the cousin's beach home over toxic Belly. Okay, because she can't make up her fucking mind because she has no assertive energy and she takes no accountability or credibility for being a sneaky ass hoe, which we would celebrate. Instead, she dopes around all meek and mousy on this hollow platform of superiority, like she's so fucking nice when she's the biggest cunt in the room. And instead of us all embracing her and celebrating slutty belly, we pity her because she's so spineless, all whilst trying to be so nice and thoughtful and mousy. And I don't fuck with her for a second, okay? She doesn't go to Paris. We all know what happens to the girl that doesn't go to Paris. She wears excess headbands, has a Kohl's line like Lauren Conrad, and then fucking peers, okay? She doesn't go to Paris, then she gets cheated on, but she forgives him. She's wrapping Conrad's foot with bandages because he hurt himself while surfing. She's making him go to Michael's. What a sicko. What a sicko. You break this guy's heart. He protects you. You villainize him for him letting you go, okay? For taking himself out of the race to not further the toxicity, okay? Takes him out of the running selflessly to let you, bop around with your bisexual fuckboy. And you make him go to Michael's to pick out vases with you for your wedding to his fucking brother? You're a sick bitch, Belly. I see you, and instead of celebrating you for being a hoe, running game, and cousins, we laugh at you. Okay, so the season ends, predictably. They call off the wedding, Jeremiah and Belly, okay? But Belly is still trying to get down that altar, trying to get those lobster rolls, trying to get her hydrangea centerpieces at the country club, okay? She's still trying to make this wedding happen, despite it being a terrible fucking idea because, once again, spineless, can't commit to anything. And then in this grandiose moment of bravery, she's like, there's a part of me that will always love Conrad, but I choose you, tearfully. And Jeremiah's like, nah, bitch, we can't do this. And then she takes her honeymoon flight credits and she books a trip to Paris. And then in the final moments, she sees budget Leo DiCaprio, aka Conrad, sitting at the airport ready to board a flight to California or something. Problemos with the plot line. Not to be a cynic, by the way, Andrew's been kind of half watching with me, and I finished it without him. He's like, what happens? I'm like, you don't fucking care. And he says, interesting holes in the plot line. Why would he be flying back on a domestic flight and she's going international? Ever been to an airport and seen that happen? I said, Andrew, I am drowning in the wakes of your cynicism. And he's like, what does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know, but write it down and put it in one of your fucking songs because I'm a lyricist. So the final seconds, she turns, she sees budget Leo DiCaprio, and she steps out of line, fade to black. Now, I think in the book, this is where it ends, but hopefully we get another season because I would like to see Belly and Conrad in matching berets. Skipping through Le Marais. You know what I mean? I'd like to see that. But that would have to be the final season. We're not doing the love triangle again. I need to see the resolution of Belly and Conrad. I think Conrad's too good for Belly. I'm going to say it. I also would like her to rebrand next season. Let's cut the Belly routine. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Her name, what is her name? Bella? I don't even know, and I don't even care. I don't even care. But I finished it and I feel one with pop culture, and that's my take on The Summer I Turned Pretty. The Summer I Turned Petty is a better title. That is my memoir. What did I do this weekend? Not much. It is Labor Day. I made gorgeous turkey sausages last night. And by me, I mean Andrew. He reheated a fully cooked sausage from the farmer's market on the disgusting grill that he bought. And that was fun. What else did we do? Nothing really. Clyde is in his swim class right now, which is why I get to so freely scream at the top of my lungs without Al-Qaeda interjecting. This little fucker. Okay, we are on our activities journey with Clyde. I have waited so long to start putting him into self-amusing activities. I don't want to be an overkill activity mom. Here is my truth. And I've learned this in the height of summer these past few weeks, where I'm just trying to like exhaust him and run him rampant so that he like sleeps well and, you know, isn't clawing at the walls. I'm not a park mom. I want to be a park mom, but I'm not a park mom. It's not who I am. I don't want to go to a sticky, sweaty community park and have to hobnob, you know, pleasantries with other fucking moms in crossbody bags and pretend that that's where I'm comfortable. I very much so make and force Clyde to kind of accommodate what I want to do, where I want to have lunch, okay, where I need to go shopping, Gelson's, like there's a give and take. Contrastly, the second that he was of age to like start participating in extracurriculars, like I'm not signing him up for Mandarin, okay? Like he's not taking Mandarin and coding classes, but like self-amusement 101, did I enroll him in a tap ballet dance class combo starting next week? Yes, I absolutely did. I received a like a dress code. So all the kids in the class, the girls have to wear like pink leotards, skin or pink tights, and pink ballet shoes. And the boys in the class, which I believe is just one boy named Clyde, he will be wearing a black unitard and black ballet shoes. Somebody call Cooper Nielsen and tell him he's out of a gig, because Clyde Haas is coming in hot and nasty. He is the next Baryshnikov, okay? Now, he does kind of lean towards Andrew's body type, which is pear-shaped. So to see his little thighs chafe in that black leotard, I can't fucking deal with it. And my rule is that if he hates it after 3 classes, like I am going to allow him to quit things, because I quit everything as a kid and it was always this topic of conversation. But at least I tried. Did I try to go directly to point? Yes, I did. I refused, which I do think is kind of Clyde's cadence too. He's very much so a 0 to 100 kid. Like he went from like not walking, like refusing to walk, to sprinting. He went from not crawling, like wouldn't crawl. We would try to get him on all fours. He would like hated it, to like like speed crawling. Okay. Like a fucking wind up toy. Everything just has to be his decision. And then he takes off like a fucking rocket ship. And I remember my whole life, my parents used to say this to me: you can't just go from A to Z. You can't just go from A to Z. And I was like, well, I've done it before. So maybe I can, maybe you can't. And that's like a conversation you need to have with yourself. But I am an A to Z kind of bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I think Clyde is similar, but I was always trying to find my thing, my extracurricular, because all of my friends had something. I had friends that were like really into film, like making movies, like, and granted, I mean, if you went to the Dim the Lights tour, dare I say, was a, modern day Scorsese, the Blair Itch Project. We won't get into it. You'll have to get a ticket. And I did just get a new car, so I'm probably going to have to go on the road soon. This is the thing. I'm going to land this plane. Hold on. I would try anything. I tried painting. I tried singing. I tried dancing, any type of dance class. I didn't take beginner's ballet. I went straight to like level 5 point with girls that had full rides to Juilliard. I tried it, wasn't good at it. And I swallowed the loss. I cut ties, but my parents were always like, you got to stick with something. And I'm like, why? At least I'm fucking trying. I'm trying all kinds of shit. It's not speaking to me. It's not for me. So, while there is some pride and some value in sticking something out to the bitter end, I'm also down to cut ties with people, places, and things. This weekend, I found myself at the dealership and I had 4 busted tires. I had a crack in the windshield. Here's my truth. Whilst being a very materialistic person, I don't treat my things with a lot of care and never really have. I have remarketed that as me being like not materialistic because I'm like so not precious with things. Oops, got a text. Who's it from? Ugh, okay. CB2 is having a Labor Day sale. Who fucking cares? But, I found myself at the dealership. I had a lot of damage. Okay. My seats, you don't understand. My seats, Andrew found a molded chocolate chip cookie under my seat. And then I also found a molded green granola bar under Clyde's car seat. And I'm not proud of it. Green is my color. And what better way to end the summer, the peridot of it all, which is my birthstone, Leo season, than trading in my old vehicle for my dream British racing green car with a fridge. It has a fucking fridge. I looked at it and I was like, is that available? They're like, yeah, we just got that in. She's got a fridge. I'm like, wrap her up, wrap her up. I work my ass off. People are dying. And if I get canceled, it'll get repoed, but live, laugh, love. She got a fridge. She believed she could, and she did. Remember my previous murder plan that was immortalized on television by the great Stassi Schroeder, the ice pick? Like, I have been manifesting that car fridge for so many years. The problem is that now if I was going to kill someone with an ice pick, I have the means to do so, but the murder plan has been exploited, which got me thinking while I was whipping and neighing through town. She's a little speedier than my last car, and I'm not a speed racer by any means. I like a low and slow vehicle. What was I saying? Oh, I was thinking about if I really was going to murder someone, like actually, I would be totally capable of it and have little to no remorse, which does make me think I might be a serial killer, but I'm not. If I was really going to kill Andrew, like, jokes aside, I probably shouldn't be saying this on a mic in case I really need to go through with it, but I feel like Gone Girl really did give us not the full playbook, but the inspo. I would start planting seeds years and years and years in advance. And even this I would use in the court of law, being like, if I really was going to kill someone, do you think I would talk about it on a fucking microphone? Come on. I would do that reverse psychology, gaslighting thing. But if I was really going to do it, the main factor in my murder plan would be Easter eggs and painting someone to be not a monster, because that's too easy and subjective, but someone being deeply unwell, mentally, or substance abuse problems. That's probably what I would lean on. And I'd either have to start slightly drugging Andrew with dinner so that he had continual drugs in his system. And then I would be like, oh, I need you to go to the clinic because I would make up some fertility something and say that he needed testing. And then I would have those lab results that he had something in his system years and years prior, because I could bamboozle him. I'd be like, hey, I found this holistic doctor that's going to do this, that, the other thing. I want to send you as a gift. There's so many things I could do to have results of substances in his system. And then one day I would just make his favorite meal and I'd just be sprinkling all kinds of shit in. It would start with a morning smoothie. Then I would hit him with a weird green juice. I'd be like, it tastes a little weird, but it's really, really good for you, because he would ask no follow-up questions. And then I would follow it up with the humdinger. I'd pry him with drinks. I'd be like, let's get fucked up. I'm going to make you a martini, but it would be with Everclear. So the vodka would be through the charts. So he'd have a lot of alcohol in his system, a lot of drugs in his system. And then I think I'd ultimately probably just drown him. I'm not joking. I was thinking about this so hard. And I started to run it by him last night while he was barbecuing those, the German sausages. And he was like, wow, you've really spent a lot of time. I'm like, yeah, but if you fuck around and find out, fuck around and find out. That's just let's see. He is scared of me. And honestly, I love the dynamic in the relationship, and I highly, highly recommend it, because he thinks he doesn't know what I'm capable of. Nobody does. And let that be a fucking lesson. Anyways, oh my God, I never got to accurately, and that's not the right word. That's not the right word. I never got to debrief on With Hate Jacqueline, my birthday dinner party. It was God, it was such a hit. So basically, everybody walked in, as previously discussed at length. And I did have to bully people. There were people that were really not excited to participate. And I was checking in with everyone. I was like, did you put a name in? And they're like, no, I can't think of anybody. Or I have a couple friends that are like, Andrew, my friend John, like, I don't have hate in my heart. I literally don't hate anyone. And I was like, I would dare argue that anybody that says something like that has more hate in their heart than someone like me who is like rapid firing. I have carpal tunnel from all of the people that I put in that fucking box. Okay. And I claimed all of them. People were being pussies and they didn't want to say who they put in. So it became like this anonymous game, except for me who was like, that's mine. That's mine. And there was a couple of mine that were like groaners where people were like, hey, that's too far. She lost her dog last year. And I'm like, fuck off. Like, you're not going to bamboozle me at my own fucking dinner. I was glowing. Everyone was looking at me like, Jackie is having too much fun. Too much fun. There were a couple that were just so good and I knew who wrote them. And I was like, I broke you. Like that to me is the greatest gift that anyone could give me, is knowing that like I forced something that was so against their nature and allowed themselves to purge just pure hatred with no benefit and like such a toxic environment just for my own personal joy. Like that is friendship. That is love. That is trauma bonding. But a couple of my friends are like, I just don't hate anyone. I don't have hate in my heart. I would argue that mentality harbors more hate than any other type of response, because that means you have shame attached to your hatred. So you're internalizing, bottling, and suppressing instead of just letting it out like I do all day, every day. So my hate means nothing. It holds no weight on my soul or my spirit because it's such a throwaway, like it's so continuous that it actually means nothing. You know what I mean? It's not like I have one person that I've just been holding. No, it's everything all the time. It literally means nothing. It's so freeing and I highly recommend it. But this is what's really fucked. So allegedly, there was this loose plan with all of my friends that they were going to flip the script on me and everybody was going to write my name in the box. And then when I put on my Britney Spears Guitar Center PA system, which if you think I didn't go to a guitar center and say, hi, like, do you guys have like one of those like jazzercise instructor, like Britney Spears a la 1998? Like I wanted like a full like headset with like a clip-in like speaker. So I could be like, testing, 1, 2, thank you so much. Please enjoy the focaccia bread and pigs in a blanket. We will be starting with Hate Jacqueline in T-minus 13 minutes. Please find your way to the long table. Place cards are out. Dessert wine is out. And we will be beginning. Thank you so much for coming and enjoy. Have a great day with Hate Jacqueline. Like I was ready to rumble. I had a glue gun. I was going to put little crystals on it, whatever. Guitar Center didn't have it. So I had to use just a good old fashioned PA system and a handheld mic with a crystal sleeve. And everyone was planning, luckily no execution on this. Everyone was planning on writing my name and then typing out like an essay on what they hate about me and going around the table, and it was going to become like a with Hate Jacqueline roast on Jacqueline, which I would have actually enjoyed so much. But everyone's like, oh well, what if like you got your feelings hurt and then we like hijacked. I was like, have we fucking met? I'm not a pussy. I'm rough and tumble. This is a birthday card I received from one of my best friends. Okay, I'll keep her anonymous, but this is what I'm working with here. Jackie, happy birthday. You're such a special friend to me. Special in a dumb fuck way. I'm writing this slow because I know you can't read. I love how much is wrong with you. Every day you wake up and choose to be the absolute worst version of yourself, and that level of commitment is inspiring. Your mental illness, gorgeous. We laugh about it for hours. Hours! I cherish your chaos. I treasure your breakdowns. You're a carnival ride that shut down in 1997 for safety violations and somehow reopened with no seat belts. We all bought tickets. We're screaming. We can't get off. Help! Help! And that's why I love you. I sincerely hope my gift brings you joy for years and years to come. With love and adoration, blank. What a bitch. We laugh about it for hours. Oh, there was a couple friends of mine who really are such nice people, like nice, not in layman's terms, but just like kind, good people. And they really indulged me and wrote people that they really fucking hate, like people that like I wouldn't even write, that were like too real and so layered. And I could tell how uncomfortable they were and feeling like so guilty. It made me so happy. Like seeing them so uncomfortable. And like embarrassed. Oh God, it made me so happy. Oh, I love it. I'm in like a really joyous mood. My sister was over yesterday. We were laughing so hard we were crying because like she knows this to be true. I've done this my whole life. My greatest joy, my kink, okay, is like sending confrontational, awkward text messages to people that like wouldn't register it as a joke and then just like letting it linger. Like my sick freak fantasy, like after one martini on a Sunday evening, all I want to do is like prank text people, but in a really real way. So we drafted this text message that I was going to send to people who like didn't wish me happy birthday, because like just nothing makes me happier than sending an awkward text. And then also like being like, oh, I was just kidding. But then they never really know if you were kidding or not. So then this like awkward tension, one-sided from their end, builds and builds and builds. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Okay. So I was going to text, me and Ashley were crying. I was going to text my cousin, who I love, who just went on her bachelorette party. But like there in no world did I would never be invited to this bachelorette party. Okay. Like it would be, there's no reason, it's whatever. So we thought it would be so funny. We were just drafting all of these texts to send. And this is one of them. Hey babe, like imagine sending this to somebody who like is having their bachelorette party. You're not in the wedding party. You would never be invited to the bachelorette party. Like it would be such a weird, like, but you're like, you love each other, but you're not like close enough to be invited to a bachelorette. Like think about all of the social ramifications and layers in context of like that dynamic. And then somebody sending this type of a text message. The best part is when you make them sound really, really sincere. And then you create like an awkward moment so that there needs to be resolution, but there's no need for resolution. Okay, here we go. Hey babe, hope you had the best time at your bachelorette. Looked so fun. Not a big deal, but would have loved to be included. Would love to take you to coffee and chat in person. Heart. Here's the key. You need to make it awkward, make it like, is it a joke, but sound really serious, and then open it up to like a conflict resolution just to make it next level awkward. But it sounds so real. We were like, oh my God, we have to send it. But then it's like, what if she thinks I'm serious? Which also makes it more funny. Then this was the draft that I sent that I want to send to just like random people who didn't wish me happy birthday, which is like, there is a special place in hell. There is an island with like barbed wire around it for people who get upset at other people for not wishing them a happy birthday. Like, are you 6 years old? What happened to you in your childhood that your joy of your birthday, which by the way, nobody gives a fuck about. Everybody has one. It's the least special thing in the world. People who get upset about other people not wishing them a happy birthday. I could not give 1/8 of a fuck about it. Like imagine being so simple and joyless that fucks up your day. Get a life. You're a loser. Fuck off. But with that said, still a really funny text message to send. Try it at home. Okay. If you have a birthday coming up, save this, clip this, and do it for your birthday present to yourself. There is nothing more fun than sending awkward text messages. Hey, hope all is well. Sorry to bug you during a holiday weekend because it's Labor Day. but wanted to get something off my chest. Not a big deal, but didn't get a text on my birthday last week, and I wanted to make sure we were all good. Not sure if I'm being hypersensitive or looking too into it, but I just thought it was worth mentioning. Happy Labor Day. Around to chat this week. Like, imagine sending that to, like, somebody you haven't spoken to or, like, someone, like, you work with or something. Nothing makes me happier. And, you know, like, sending it to someone who's such a head case who would feel so bad and they'd be like, yeah, I would love to take you out for coffee to celebrate. So sorry. Like, life's been crazy. Like that, all of those exchanges get me giddy and gay. Get me slipping and sliding. Like, that's all I want to do for the rest of my life. That's what I'm going to do next year for my birthday. I'm going to have gorgeous teenies. I'm going to make everyone send an awkward text that I write to the person of my choice. But like nothing, it shouldn't be catastrophic. Like that's too on the nose. It's something about the silent niche awkward tension that gets my nipples hard. This is bitch Bible breaking fucking news, everybody. Little Ricky, Emily Maynard's daughter, she was the Bachelorette. Little Ricky 20 is pregnant, expecting her first baby, okay? She announced the exciting news via Instagram stories. Wow. Okay. Maynard, Emily, is a mother to 6 children now. Jones, Nola, Gibson, Gaitlin, get out of here, Jennings, and little Ricky. I am in a better place now. I'm a mother. So we're not going to go through the lore of little Ricky, but the good news is that little Ricky has bangs. And you know what I always say about bangs? Girls with bangs are doing lots of anal. But apparently, in little Ricky's case, she did not get pregnant by way of poophole loophole. She's expecting her first child. We're excited for her. Little Ricky. She's got a very blunt bang. So maybe my theory is incorrect, because I would say that a bitch with a blunt bang is getting banged in the butt 97% of the time, but you can't get pregnant in the butt. Write that one down if you're listening at home, just in case you were wondering. Congratulations, little Ricky. Can't wait. I can't get into it. I just can't get into it. So many kids. Wow, Emily Maynard, so many kids. Ricky shared that her heart is so full and joking that her stomach is not, because she is having lots of food aversions, okay? Little Ricky. Okay, I'm so sorry. I can't do it. Emily is only 39 years old. She's going to be a grandma. Oh, so she had little Ricky young. Remember, by the way, the best season of The Bachelorette to ever exist, like hot ass Emily Maynard and Jeff with one F. Talk about a little goblin. Oh my God. But like loved him. It was between Ari and Jeff with the one F. And little Ricky bonded with Jeff with one F. Little Ricky. I'll never forget the grand reveal of little Ricky. We're not going to talk about it because it's the summer I turned petty. I'm sorry. I'm evolved. I'm a mother, and we're not getting into it. I also feel like I never really talked about the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce engagement. This is why I believe in feminism. Okay. Women can be, hello, preaching to the choir here, such a bunch of cunts, okay? And I love us. We are a superior breed, but we are petty, we are conniving, we can be jealous, insecure. Society has not bred us to be deeply supportive, a secure gender. You know, it's not our fault. It's just biology and sociology working against us. So women can be, I say that lovingly as a proud woman. We are amazing creatures. We're superior creatures. We're incredible, but we're also huge fucking cunts a lot of the times. Now, what's interesting about this Travis Kelce Taylor Swift engagement is like the collective united joy and support from women everywhere. Okay, we are weeping. She's a stranger. We are weeping. We are happy for her. We are We are excited for her next chapter. She's found love. She's written all these songs about heartbreak and romance, and now she's found it. And everyone as a whole is pretty excited about it. I think that the collective joy speaks to a greater narrative of feminism. We're rooting for the overdog here. Like, the fact that everyone is so excited about this and touched and moved is really good for us as a society, because Taylor Swift is like the people's princess, okay? She's beautiful. She's rich as fuck. She's marrying the hot guy, the hot jock, also rich as fuck. She's got a big fat fucking diamond. She's riding off into the sunset. And percentage-wise, we're all happy for her, which I think speaks to the artistry of Taylor Swift. Maybe it's why she's hitting us with so many wedge sandals and bangs and crossbody bags, because we're rooting for her. And I don't know if it's by design or we're just all great elevated people, but it is interesting because normally people don't root for the overdog. We're not designed for that, but I am, you are, and it's exciting. There's something exciting about seeing her be open and happy and like less guarded. Like, just seeing an engagement announcement on Instagram is so wild. To see like Taylor Swift like surrounded by flowers, like with a ring shot with a collaboration post, is something I never thought I'd see. It's crazy. And like, what's the wedding dress going to be like? Probably not. I'm hoping that she fucking nails it. But I think by design, she might not want to. And that's okay also. But like, are we going to see any of it? I kind of think so. I kind of think maybe. Okay, sorry. I had to take a little break because I was laboring on Labor Day. I went to Gelson's because I'm making a stuffed pepper this evening. If you're watching the video, apologies, because like it started out bad, but now it's 6:10 p.m. So like I have been sweating. I'm like looking as busted as they come, but forgive me. I just went to Gelson's because I'm making a Mexican stuffed pepper, and I swear to God, those crows outside that market know who the fuck I am. They were looking at me so cockeyed, and I just don't have the bandwidth or like the mental clarity to encounter these crows. You know, they have facial recognition. It's such a mind fuck to me. The fact that people champion to save the birds, love the birds, have pet birds, it is just so lost on me. Let's get into some pop culture news with Jackie. Burning Man is officially over, and boy, oh boy, could I not be more sad about it. Burning Man for me is, it's like, oh God, do I want to touch it? I know so many people that go to Burning Man. Now, let's just call it what it is. It's not a spiritual awakening. It's not of like a higher elevated like thinking and like just mind frame. Like that is the funniest part about Burning Man, is that the burners believe, and maybe they don't believe it, but maybe that's just their mission statement, that they're of like a higher elevated like way of thinking. Like, you wouldn't understand. You're so close-minded. You know what's fun? Going to a nice hotel, having a beautiful steak dinner, staying home, watching The Summer I Turned Petty, having a gorgeous martini, buying a cute new top, getting your nails done, getting a great blow dry, talking shit with your gal pals. Like, there's so many other things that sound more fun to me than going to the middle of the fucking desert with some cultural appropriation cornrows, okay, and like a body mesh like net nipple tassel situation, and doing a bunch of drugs all in the name of like spirituality. It's insane to me. I was playing a game with my friends of like, what would I rather do besides going to Burning Man? And like, it got so dark. Like, I'm not joking. I would rather spend the weekend alone at Alcatraz in a solitary confinement cell than go to Burning Man. At least you get, the views of the bay. Alcatraz is like the perfect shade of pink, also prison pink. And I don't know, it seems like kind of serene, waterfront, history. There are and I'm not even joking, like I would rather go to jail than go to Burning Man. I would rather be locked up in a dog crate with a bowl of water on the floor and some kibble for days than go to fucking Burning Man. I would rather go on a Disney cruise than go to Burning Man. I'd rather go to Disneyland in 110 degrees with my child on a leash and little sad polyblend Mickey ears than go to fucking Burning Man. I would rather go to an ISIS prison camp than go to Burning Man. The list goes on and on and on and on. I'd rather go to like Black Friday at an Inland Empire Macy's than go to Burning Man. I'd rather do anything than go to fucking Burning Man. But it's over. And, there's footage, there's windstorms, there's flooding. I text my cousin Joe, who's at Burning Man, okay, with her nipple tassels on. I'm like, girl, you good? Like, are you okay? Like, blink twice if you need a helicopter rescue. And the response was, never been better. And I'm like, you've never been better? You've never been better. You and I both know that's not true. I mean, God bless her. God bless all of Burning Man, but you will never find me there. I say this a lot, but I've never meant it more. If at any point in time I go to Burning Man, it's not an ask, it's a demand. You have to put me in a psychiatric hold because something is not right. Something is just not right. But I'm waiting for all the carousels. I'm waiting for all the braids. Like, how come, like, you're on the verge of getting canceled if you went on a Mexican 3-day cruise at 13 and got some cultural appropriation cornrows, but the burner bitches are all good? They get a free pass? Why? Because it's broken? I don't know. But do I sit on quite a few photos of me, in Waikiki with cultural appropriation braids? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And you've probably seen them at the Dim the Lights tour. Okay. What else is going on? Sydney Sweeney is allegedly dating Scooter Braun. Are they going to take Scooter to the Baskin Robbins and get Sydney's signature scoop? Oh, Sydney Sweeney. God bless her. What a cute couple. What a cute couple. What do I feel about that? How do I feel about it? Like nothing. Nothing at all. I'm sure that they're going to ride off into the sunset. Gummy bears aplenty. She loves gummy bears. Okay, what else is going on? Oh, Leanne Rimes is selling handmade candles. Sign me up. Like, we don't need it. Nobody needs it. Can't fight the candlelight deep in your arms. Leanne Rimes, the Brandy Glanville, Eddie, I want nothing to do with it. You know what I do want something to do with? Oh my God, the Ashlee Simpson concert footage, her residency in Las Vegas is filling a void in my soul. I have maybe not the later albums, but I would say the first two Ashlee Simpson albums front to back, I know every single track. Like, Autobiography for me shaped me as a human. When I close my eyes, and I think about her black little bangs and her little SNL jig and the fact that now she has a, modest Vegas residency. I mean that lovingly. Like, it's niche, it's camp. She's giving us vocals. She's giving us the hits. We saw Jessica and her ex board a Southwest flight. This is what baffled me. I saw something on the internet this weekend that was saying that maybe Jessica Simpson had reunited with her ex-husband, and there was photos of them boarding a Southwest flight to Las Vegas to go see Ash's show, okay? Living in the shadows. My question is this. Jessica Simpson, queen of the economical platform. Why Southwest? It felt like maybe a PR stunt because can I just tell you something? If I saw Jessica Simpson on a Southwest flight, you know, in row 38C, my head would fucking explode. Like, I would never sleep again. That is like the sighting of all sightings. I would pass away mid-flight. I would just jump out the exit row because it would never get better than that. Like, I can't even imagine, like, what was she wearing? Was she wearing a heel? Of course she was wearing a heel. And she still has low lights. Of course she still has low lights. Like, if I was at that Ashley Simpson show with Jessica Simpson sitting second row, I couldn't breathe. I wouldn't be able to focus. So I am thinking about buying some tickets and flying to Vegas because I can't, like, I just want to see her rock out with her cock out, because those Simpson girls, they like to rock out. Oh my goodness. So much more pop culture musings that we will discuss next week. Thank you so much for listening. Give us 5 stars on iTunes, baby. Share with your friends. Happy Labor Day. Bye.